What's going on, Switch leaders? Thank you for checking out this week's leader video where we are gearing up for Switch Fights Human Trafficking. This is a huge calendar event for us, not only here at Shawnee Switch, but genuinely across the entire nation. All of Switch coming together to push back what is something that is hard for us to wrap our minds around. What happens every single day and right in our backyard is people who feel stuck, who are tortured, who are not in a space that is not only God honoring, but is harmful to them. And the fact that we get to take a 6th grader and a 12th grader and in between and help them know, hey, here's a part that you play and here's a way that we bring hope, is a space of a heart that is at work that I think is beautiful, is worth celebrating. And as complicated as human trafficking is to talk about, what is not complicated is knowing that it's wrong and that we have a part to play. And this upcoming week, I want to encourage you, we get to collect a special offering to go to our mission partner like A21, our mission partners across the world, and we get to wear red. We get to learn and share in this awareness, but really what we get to share in is the hope of who Jesus is, and that anywhere where his people go, light follows. And that's why I love what we do and what we get to be a part of. And on a night like this, it reminds me of why doing ministry matters so much, especially in the context of how we do it at Switch, where there's a number of different students. And I really believe this, that students in a large youth group, if you want your large youth group to grow, you do it by having individual, tough conversations, loving conversations, one student at a time, holding students accountable and calling them up to become more like Jesus. And so that's my challenge for you this week as we are stepping into Switch Fights Human Trafficking, is what is one conversation with one student to hold them accountable, to give them support, to ask them questions, to make them think, to give them homework, to again hold them accountable to go and do, helping them become more of who God has created them to be. Because it's in that space, in that friction, where I believe wholeheartedly that a student sees, and they care about me enough to understand the questions that I'm asking, the things I'm wrestling with, and they're in the trenches with me. They're supporting me, they're cheering me on. And we want our students to recognize the fact that we show up not just to sit in a space to surround them and to cheer for them. Yes, that's a part of it, but we want them to know that we stand in the same little bit of dirt with them that they're in, and we're saying, hey, we're getting out of this, we're working together, we are fighting to fight alongside you, we're praying for your family, we're praying for breakthrough, we're praying for good grades, we're praying for freedom from addiction, we're hopeful for healing and divorce, we're mindful that our God is a healing God that works in families and restores things that were once broken. These are things that we get to be a part of and we get to do. And as we lean into this week, there's a heart posture that I want to invite you to and plead with you to. Challenge a student in a step, or challenge your students collectively in a step, whether it has to do with a step that they could take in their faith, a step that they need to take in a relationship, a step that they need to take outside of themselves to serve somebody else. Don't walk out of here not challenging them, and in that, see what happens as you're tilling the ground for God's soil to take place, for good seed to take root, and us to work together. I obviously am very fired up about this, and I just want us to be continually mindful of the fact that we get to do this together and steward these relationships to help people grow closer to Jesus. So I love you guys so much. Cannot wait to see you this week for Switch Fights Human Trafficking. Check out the one-pager on the helpful resources that's going to set you up for success for this night, and I can't wait to see you there. Peace.